Hey gamers, what's up? It's your boy Toy Roy, back at it again with the Celeste review. Let's talk about it. It's the best game ever, and you're objectively wrong. I give it a 5 out of 10 stars. We're actually not going to be talking about that at all. We're talking about Fury today. Because you know what? You know what I love better than a good fighting game? A good punch 'em down, a beat 'em up. A game that subverts the expectations completely and just wipes the floor. Out of all games that I play, this is the one that surprises me all the time. Fury is a third-person fixed camera game that you just fight these tough bosses, just tough, just completely mind-boggling, mind-twisting tough. And your basic moveset is, it's a fighting game, come on guys. A slash, a dodge, a parry, and actually it is a bullet hell. I totally forgot to mention that. It infuses bullet hell mechanics as well. So anyways, and you shoot. You just shoot. Just plain old shoot. Nothing to see here. Just kidding. Actually, there's sub-layers to each of these attacks. There's a charge shot, charge slash, which does more damage. Your charge dodge, which makes you go even further than usual. And a charge shot. Depending on the boss, actually. Some bosses have different amounts of phases. And within each of those phases, there's usually an open arena battle where you're able to move freely around the arena. Sure, the arena's restricted, but it's not as restrictive as the close quarters combat, which really just doesn't let you move 5 feet away from your opponent. Bosses, oh my lord, the bosses. So each boss has their basic animation library, unique by the way, I might add, unique animation library of how they attack you. Their basic attacks, right? And they're super easy to read. And with that readability, they're actually, with the parry mechanic, you will see these white flashes, which those are the timings for your parry attacks. It's not some Dark Souls stuff, you know, where you literally have to learn every single animation, but it gives you a little visual indication of when to parry. The shooting mechanics. When you are in the arena battle, you're able to shoot the boss, which you might think, oh, hey, that's counterintuitive if this is a fighting game. Yeah, I know. It's just go along with it. It's very fun to use. You can do an enormous amount of damage, just absolutely insane amount of damage if you are collectively calmly aiming your gun towards the boss and parrying perfectly the attacks that they're doing. So those two mechanics alone are just enormous. And adding the dodge mechanic. The dodge mechanic legit is the smoke bomb. It's legit just the smoke bomb from Cuphead. It just teleports you. That's all it does. It teleports you from A to B, as within 3 frames. I don't know how much it is actually, but it's very quick. There's actually no restrictions to this dodge. There is a slight little buckle, so you can't spam it around and play Sonic 2. No, you can't. So, you know, it's not fully freeform, but it's definitely, you know, on the side of I can go as fast as I can, and I can dodge whatever I want. The only time you're gonna ever use the charge shot is when the boss is defending itself, and it's impenetrable. Fury's attack system is actually super basic for its complex bosses and just ways of dodging. So now, understanding why this was all put together and why this was just carefully and just crafted to almost perfection. Okay. The combat system is tight, and it makes you feel like you have a fighting chance, that you can actually fight these bosses even though they feel like such an enormous threat. They are top of their game, and the bosses are these complex and unique characters in this universe that you feel that you can see every single one of their backstories and know who they are after you finish their fight. And you actually feel kind of bad fighting these bosses. Yeah, it isn't Spec Ops: The Line at all. It's more of, you get to know these characters and these bosses because you fight to the tooth and bone on with them, and it's the fight until death. And when you come out victorious, you feel so good yet so terrible at the same time. And it subverts anything that I can imagine. Sure, I can feel sad with Spec Ops: The Line, right? And I feel guilty of my actions. But there is no other game that fully ties its gameplay mechanics with its story and its theme. That you are the villain of this story. You were there all along to simulate the plan. You were there all along. You were jailed up. You were jailed up for a reason. And that is the beauty of this game. You are what you fight for. And you keep fighting for on the tooth and bone again and again and again and again until you master these people, until you beat them. That is one of the most satisfying feedback systems I've ever played, ever. And now to the bad part. I'm running out of battery here, so I'm gonna do it as quickly as I can. You can replay this game. There's two modes: Fury and Furier mode. Furier mode is actually the superior mode, and you should always play that. But you have to beat Furier first. Fury. Sorry, I almost said furry. Jesus. Anyways, another bad part is that if you actually try to replay the campaign, these walks here are absolutely slow and crappy. They are not fun to sit through. Thank God Game Bakers actually put in an auto walk system, but it actually takes forever for the stranger to walk to every single destination. But that's it. That's literally all the bad stuff, and I would always trade it for those amazing boss fights. And that's why I love Fury so damn much.